All right, here we go. Another installment of Truck News here. What we got going on for this week of December 9th is when I'm actually recording this. Probably going live somewhere right around that general ballpark a day or two later. But what we have here, first off, Jeep has killed off two of their SUVs. We lost the Cherokee. For those of you guys that don't know, that Cherokee was amazing. Jeep Cherokee, and the Trailhawk model, which was what I had. This thing was absolutely incredible. And it's gone. It's completely killed off. No longer available. And it was such an amazing vehicle. I loved it. That's what mine was like right there. Just incredible, incredible SUV. And such a little billy goat when it came to off road capabilities. Rear locker, the whole deal. Such a great vehicle. Well, they killed that off. 2023 was the last year for that. And it is gone. And they are now also killing off the Renegade, which was also an excellent vehicle. Here's an example of that right here. This Jeep Renegade. I owned a 2018 or 2019 Jeep Renegade. I bought, and it was amazing. I drove it for a year and a half. I had it through COVID, so I didn't put a ton of miles on it. But in a year and a half, I put like 34,000 miles on it. I bought this thing brand new, four-wheel drive Jeep Renegade Sport, but four-wheel drive, tons of room in it, a great little subcompact SUV. I bought it brand new. Sticker price was 26.5. I paid 16.8 out the door, taxes and everything for it. I drove it for almost 2 years, put 30 something thousand miles on it, and I sold it for $19,000. So I made like, you know, what is that? I made $2,500 on it. I mean, it was such a great little rig. Loved it. It is now gone. They are not keeping it anymore. It is gone for good. Some people don't care, but I mean, it's such a perfect vehicle, especially in the snow areas where you need four-wheel drive for college kids, for daughters, for sons, things like that. But the problem with it is the price kept creeping up. Now, you heard me say had a $26,000 sticker price, but they were discounting them so much, and with me working my magic, I was able to get it, like I said, for 16.8 brand new out the door. But you can see that the 2023 model, where they put it in here, they wrote it in here somewhere right here. No, where was it? But anyway, it's almost $30,000 now for that. No wonder nobody's buying them. 30 grand for this, you bumped your head. Like I said, I wouldn't even paid 26 for mine, but getting it for 16.8 out the door was well worth it. But anyway, Jeep is killing that off too. So we lost the Renegade, which was a great little vehicle, and we lost the Jeep Cherokee version is no longer available too. We don't know if they'll bring it back, but that Cherokee Trailhawk, such a great vehicle. Again, priced out of itself is what it did. Many vehicles are doing that today. They are pricing themselves out of the market. Nobody's going to pay, $36,000 for this. I bought mine. When I bought mine, I paid 25.8 or 25.9 somewhere in there for it for my 2020. But again, they're pricing themselves out of the markets on all this kind of stuff. And well, we just lost that one, and we just lost the Jeep one, the Renegade 2, because they priced themselves out. So those are gone. Next piece of news we got here is Ford is recalling 18,000, I think it is to say in here, affected 19,000 2022 F-150s for the LED drivers module, headlights flickering, parking lights flickering. So if you got a 2020 Ford F-150, you might be getting a recall, or check and see if you have it because they're having issues with their headlights. Also on that same category of issues with headlights, right over here, Ram's recalling 142,000 pickups because their turn signals don't work. Nice thing is these are little minor inconveniences. There's no major recalls to talk about right now that I'm seeing, but if you got a Ram 1500, you might want to have that checked out if you're having problems with your turn signals. There are recalls on them right now. This little bit of news I found interesting. It was on Reddit, but this guy's got 70,000 miles 70,000 plus miles on his ko2, BF Goodrich ko2 tires. Says it's time for a new set. He says they served me well, but weren't without their faults. Just swapped them out for Mickey Thompson's. But if you look at these pictures, you look at this right here. This is one of the reasons I've never liked BF Goodrich tires. I've never owned a set of ko2s. Never. But on a truck as lightweight as a Tacoma is, this is unheard of. You can tell he did not rotate much. You can tell that by the wear pattern on here. But still, to have this be this gone in 70,000 miles. My Falcon Wild Peaks that I've ran on 9 new trucks now have lasted into 80,000 miles and look much better than this. Looking at this tire, me personally, I would have had to replace these probably at about 45,000 miles, and that's unacceptable. So just something to think about. I'm not a fan of well, I've never been a fan of ko2s, but that's pretty interesting there when you look at that factor on there. And then we go back there. Do they give us another one? Yeah, I mean that's pretty bad. And like I said, I've seen a lot of. I run all my trucks, my full size pickups and stuff. My Ram 2500, the 9 F150s I've owned. I ran Falcon Wild Peaks on every one of them, and I sold and I put over 80,000 miles on every one of those trucks, and they all look much better than this. So it kind of proves to me my point that ko2s are still like all BF Goodrich tires were, and they're a great tire, but they have no longevity. They don't wear very well. And that's just more proof in the pudding, especially on such a lightweight truck like a Tacoma. You would not expect to see that. Next up we have right here, this is pretty interesting. I found this and this article here, and but 1.2 million mile Tesla Model S, get this, ready? This is the best part, has gone through 13 motors and 3 battery pack replacements. 13 motors and 3 battery pack replacements in 1.2 million miles. Okay, think about that. In 10 years, it had to go through 13 motors and 3 battery pack replacements. It's here. You can pause it if you read it. I honestly don't care. I'll never own a electric vehicle if I can help it. I want nothing to do with it. But that's stupid. That's so stupid that let me just put it this way. It's so stupid. Can't say it any other way. 13 motors and 3 battery packs in 10 years. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. Ram Rampage. Okay, this is that mini one. We're looking at the new. I think they're calling it or designation is the Ram 1000. Okay, so it's smaller than. It's like basically think of this as like the Ford Maverick or the Hyundai Santa Fe Ridgeline, that kind of comparison type truck here. Your smaller size compact truck. Well, it's not here yet, but it's coming to the U.S. It is not here yet, but in Brazil, where it's already been out and running, this thing's winning all kinds of awards here, so you can read about it. But what I liked was it really showed some good pictures of what to expect this thing to be like, and it is a pretty sweet-looking little compact truck. Again, going to be something competitive with like a Maverick, and knowing Ram, they'll probably make enough of them where we can all get one. Whereas Ford, Ford can't make anything. They don't make anything anymore. Okay, I mean they're Mavericks. They make like 8 of them an entire year. I mean they're horrible at that stuff. They got people that order them in 2022 that can't even get them until 2024. Ford sucks at all this stuff. They went downhill so bad with their vehicle availability. Well, Ram's not been like that at all. Ram builds them, they stockpile them, they got them available, and they make them. And when this gets to the U.S., I'm sure it'll be the exact same way. You will be able to get this. Ram does not play games with a lot of vehicles like that. Like you got Ford with the Raptors and the Bronco Raptor and a Raptor R, and they make these vehicles where they make like 3 of them in a year, literally. It's ridiculously stupid. Ram doesn't play those games, not even with the TRX. You found TRXs on lots. And so Ram and Jeep, they put this stuff out there for you. So I expect when this hits the U.S. here pretty soon, I think it's 2025, this will be a readily available vehicle. They don't mark them up. They don't play games with them. They don't nothing. It's just a quality vehicle made right, and it's going to be there. So this might be something you're interested in. Like I said, I got it here where you can kind of, view it a little bit, but it's supposed to be here in 2025. Next up on news, we already told you that Ram recalled those trucks for that. The Chevy Trax here. Chevy Trax, the new one, okay, it's been redesigned for 2024. It looks almost like a Trailblazer. Love this little SUV. I will be reviewing one as soon as I get my hands on it. We get one here because this little thing is awesome. This little Chevy Trax was named among Car and Driver's 10 best trucks and SUVs for 24. But this is a $20,000 SUV. Okay, $20,000. This is incredible. This is such a sweet little rig right here. You can pause this. You can read what you want on it. But, the thing is just an incredible little car, little SUV, and $20,000. Okay, the last thing that was available for the $20,000 mark was the Nissan Kicks, which was cute, but this is nice, and it's not the old tracks that used to be there. It's completely redesigned. It's grown. What I think they give you the numbers in here. Where did it go here? The tracks, it's grown 11 inches of overall length compared to the previous model. It's wider, it's taller, it's got 37% more cargo volume behind the rear seats, 3 inches of extra leg room to make like I said, they made this thing, it's like it's just little, slightly bit smaller than a Trailblazer, but such a great little SUV here. So if you're looking for something like that, a fantastic commuter for a great amount of money, great little SUV, 20 grand. 20 grand in 2024. That's pretty amazing. So that's out there. Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission lawsuits are still going strong. We know this. And they're, all these manufacturers are the same, just like Toyota does. They all just, they'd rather put out crap and then pay some lawsuits on it later, or pay some, put out a recall, or in hope that people don't, whatever they do. It's just stupid. I don't understand why it works, but Toyota, this has been going on for a while now. I think it's 3 to 5 years old, 6 years old, this lawsuits, and they're still ongoing, and Ford's just fighting it tooth and nail. But if you got a 2017 to present, any of these, the Expedition, the Mustang, the Ranger, F-150, the Navigator, you could be experiencing problems with your trans. You might be able to be part of this lawsuit. My 2018 F-150 had this problem too, shaking and stuttering and all kinds of stuff, and they had to put new they didn't do a whole new trans, but they did a whole new trans shift regulator something, and a whole new fluid pod thing that's where the valves are. They did the whole valve system in there. They had to replace all that stuff for the same issue in here. They did it under warranty, but just so you know, these are things to be concerned with. But if you have one of these, you might be able to be part of some of these lawsuits and possibly get some money out of it, or get your vehicle fixed. So something to think about there. And that is going to basically, last one more. Okay, found this on Yahoo Finance. Okay, a couple things to take away from here, but we have a dealer. His name will be here, and this is not uncommon. Okay, but he's got a 2024 Tacoma Sport, TRD Sport, coming in, and it's already marked up $5,000 before it even gets here. Okay, here's his numbers on it. They won't let me zoom in on it to make it bigger, but what we got here is Thousand Oak Toyota dealer in California. And they got it right here. But look at this. Total MSRP on this thing for a 2024 Tacoma TRD Sport, $54,500 is the MSRP. Okay, notice that. They got to be faking that number. That's got to be a fake number anyway, because if not, that's insane. It's a TRD Sport for $55,000. Then they're kicking in a $5,000 dealer adjustment, makes it $60,000 for a Toyota TRD Sport. $60,000 in California for this. And they're not the only ones. I promise you there'll be a ton more of these dealerships marking these things up. And if I'm not mistaken, I just seen a video from TRD John showing some that were even 8 and 10 grand over MSRP, and they're not even available yet. So like I said, just stupid markups on top of stupid prices. Like I said, if this is on a TRD Sport, if you got an MSRP of $55,000 on a TRD Sport, you bumped your head. And then you're going to put $5,000 more on that and make it a $60,000. Oh, pretty crazy. Like I said, it's a sad world in some of these things and what's going on. But just a short little video real quick for you, update you on some Toyota news and some Ford and Chevy and GM news and a little bit of what's going on out there. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.